unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable, yeah, unstoppable.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Those I noticed in the middle of the day, and everybody's at work and everything. I need to get this stuff out. Let me know if somebody is watching and they can put in the chat if they can hear me. Make sure that you can hear me. I would appreciate it. When you catch the replay, please make sure you leave a comment. If you have any questions or any information that you want to that you need, just leave a comment, or at the end of the presentation there is some information left. So excuse me if I'm talking a little fast. All of a sudden I started not feeling well. My neighbor came over. She was talking to me for a little bit on yesterday, and her kids have the flu. So I am hoping that she did not spread the germs to me. But so I'm going to be running through this pretty quickly, because I feel like I have a fever, unfortunately. So give me 1 second and let me pull up the presentation, and then we're going to get started. Okay, please let me know if you can't hear me, if I need to turn up the volume and stuff. So let me share my screen. And thank you to all the cloud watchers on the Facebook side and everyone that chimed in on the likes on the Facebook side. Thank you very much. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I'm sharing my screen, guys. So this I just want to say that even though a lot of the information that I tend to give is towards children with disabilities, especially autism, because I'm an autism navigator and parent. But a lot of the information that I give can be used with any child, really. um, so you can take some of these tips and things and even incorporate it in your parenting as well, not just for a child with a disability. Okay. All right. So today we're going to talk about using visual support at home, because we know that a lot of times the teachers at school use visual support. So we are going to learn how to create our own and implement the process at home as well. Okay, let me put this up here. I hope you guys can see this. All right, let's get started. So using visual support at home. So here's my disclaimer. I am not a doctor, okay? I'm not a physician, but I am I am a certified autism navigator, and I am a certified parent, okay? But if you have any medical health problems or experiencing a medical emergency, please call 911 or go to your physician. Okay, today we're going to learn what visual supports are and why they are important in our daily lives, types of visuals, and how to create and implement visuals at home. So, what is a visual? Visual support are any tool presented visually that supports an individual. So, what visuals have supported you today? So, for example, we have signs that are being used for like the restrooms. Oftentimes, us as adults, we use a to-do list, writing it down. And now that we have, the smartphones and all those kind of things, we have like a reminders and things like that. And it will ding, or it will pop up on your screen or on your calendar. So those are also visual supports. When should I use a visual support? Managing. Okay, this is very, very important. So if you're experiencing, and like I said before, this is not just geared to with children with a disability or autism, but in any situation, because the three things that we're going to talk about, all kids experience these things, or these are some of the things that we have to deal with if we are a teacher, if we are a parent, and so on. So when should we use a visual? Managing behaviors, teaching a new skill, and following daily routines. Where should I use a visual? Anywhere, practically. It doesn't really matter where you use it. We're going to talk about some of the places I've used visual support when Mr. Caleb was smaller. Um, I hate that when my phone goes off. I'm sorry, guys. So anywhere, at home, at the store, at the doctor's, at grandma's, anywhere, you will be able to use these visuals. So why are visuals important? All right. Take a look at the two pictures, right? You see the one, one of them is like, okay. And then you have the one that looks a little bit safer. One, it looks, complicated. It doesn't look like you're going to get across. It looks scary. Yeah. And then you have the other one where it looks like, okay, I can get across this because I can hold on to the sides, I can walk across, and it looks like I will be able to get across it other than the other one, right? So here is the reasons why you should be able to use visual supports. Because when a kid looks at this, they don't know where they're gonna go, right? And if we tell them, okay, you're gonna have to stay in a straight line and put your hands to your side, when they look at this, they're not gonna see that. They're not gonna be able to follow those directions because they're looking at this bridge as not and I'm quite sure us as adults would too. This looks a whole mess, even though the goal is straight across, but there is no clear instructions on how to get across, right? We can say it. We can say, "Look at me," and that kind of thing. But sometimes visual aids are needed in order to reach the goal, and that's one of the reasons why it's good to use visual support. So here we go. With the goal with visual support, you meet your goal because there are clear visual instructions. First, I do this. Second, I do this. Third, I do this. And so then the kids can understand it much better when they have a visual instead of just hearing. All right, types of visuals. We have the first and then. It's the cause and effect situation. And y'all hear my okay. So you have the first you do this and then you do this. This is the pair with a timer helps the transition. So sometimes you would have the first and then you have first and then you have the next and then you have the then. And these are one of the first things that I know when Mr. Kitty was in preschool, this was the first type of visuals that they would have. First, you come in, you take off your jacket, you put it in your cubby, and you sit. Clear directions, right? Then we have the schedule. So I know many of us know what the schedule are because we use it daily, right? So with the schedules, even though schedules help us as well, but schedules help our children as well. And not just, the quote unquote normal kids. It also helps with our kids that have a disability, aka autism, because what I have learned throughout the years and through research, kids thrive with routine and schedules. This helps them a lot. So it is very important that you try to incorporate because when they go to school, they do have schedules. When they have their class list, they have a schedule. So if you can incorporate this routine that they use in school at home, you probably get better outcomes with their behavior, with completing tasks. Because a lot of times, spoken words are not reachable most of the time, and a lot of times kids are more visual, and sometimes some of us adults are more visual as well. And we need a reminder. So using a schedule is very important. So with the what is shown here is like, okay, I get ready for school schedule, how to potty schedule, and what would I do today, how to brush your teeth. So you'll be able to create so all the little things that you're trying to teach your child, you can create a schedule for home to help them stay on task and also to learn new things. Shout out to everybody that's popping and thank you for coming by. Sis says definitely hard to stay on track with all we have going on. Yes, it does help. It does help stay on track. And like I was saying, it's not just for us as adults to stay on track. Our kids need to stay on track too. And nowadays, kids have so much to do with their schedules. They have homework. They have hopefully they have chores, um, after school activities and things of that nature. And so, keep having a schedule for your kids will help as well, and it will help you keep track of what they're doing as well. So I just wanted to show you guys um, a little clip. So this is he's Caleb is very tall. So this is Mr. Caleb, and he was only 5 years old at this time, and his entire wall was covered with stuff, with schedules and things of that nature. And so I just want to show you a little clip. Caleb was 5, and this is post 3 years, 4 years after he was diagnosed, when they said that he couldn't read. And yeah.
Fair. Go. How. Run. Tell. Walk.
Next one. Do your next one.
Go. Walk. At. Sunny. Shop. Is.
Do the next one.
One. Not. One. All. Two.
What's that one at the top?
At. Not. You. Eat.
The
Wheel.
me. So as you can see with my son, I use visuals to help him read. And with these visuals, I help him talk and help him to read. And as you can see here, I took a picture of his schedule that he has now. This is Mr. Caleb's big kid schedule. Okay. With this one, I used magnets. And so you see here on the side where he has all the choices that he has. And I put the times of the day on the side. And he puts, either him or I will put in what he needs to do for that day, all the way up to bedtime. And we have the days of the week at the top. So this is what I use currently for his daily schedule.
Fair.
So the other type of visual aid is the token system. I couldn't find a picture of the token system board that I made for him a couple of years ago when he was in middle school, where after he finished the task, he would get a coin and you put it in the bag. And so we would count up all the little coins and then he would get a reward or a snack for it. So this is the token system. And also it's sort of like a chore board, but you can get a prize at the end. So when it was time for him to wake up, brush his teeth, wash his face, or whatever, and then he would get computer time. So this is the token system that is also a good one to teach responsibility. So I know when I was growing up, and we get the little allowance, but we weren't allowed to get our allowance until everything that was on our board was done. And so that's teaching discipline and responsibility, right? So this is an example of the token system. Now, especially for those who have problems with communication, and a lot of our autistic children have problems with communication, and so the communication board is very, very important. Now, when Mr. Caleb was first diagnosed with autism, we started to use this, but after maybe 6 months of me working with him and everything, we got it done with, because he started talking. He started actually saying the things on the communication board. But this is a very good thing, especially when when they need to express themselves or say what they want, because sometimes, especially when you have people around them that don't understand, because, as the parents and family members and siblings, we pretty much can understand what they're saying or what they want. And a lot of kids do the pointing thing. And that's one of the things I would not allow Mr. Cape to do, that pointing thing. Because if you have the communication board and you know the words, I kind of work with him to, like, we're not going to do the pointing. You're going to show me or tell me exactly what you want. So using the communication board, actually does work. And in a lot of classes, the teachers do implement the communication board. As you can see here, this is a picture of one of the Caleb's old teachers. She showed me a picture. She sent me a picture of what she's currently using with one of the students. So when they want something, like, I want, and then they pick out what it is that they want. So this is a form of communication. Here's another example of what the communication visuals looks like. So they have all the things that they maybe cannot express or tell them, but you can always and what I did, I just Google certain things and just cut it out myself. Instead of, like, buying these fancy boards and things, I just Google whatever it is and pick out a picture and cut it out myself. You don't have to spend all that money on buying things like this. Google works just fine, guys. Okay, here's a good one. We know we have some issues with the eating when we have autistic children, right? So having a visual a display in the kitchen oftentimes really helps with them making choices, and you understanding the choices that they want and helping them to use the token system to get little snacks and things of that nature. So here's an example of using it in the kitchen. I think this is from one of my parents, and this is what she uses for her kitchen. And yeah, I gotta talk to her about those choices in there though. But that's a whole nother podcast. Cause I see a whole lot of red dye in there, baby. Lord have mercy. Anyway, that's a whole nother show. Okay. Now here's the one that Mr. Caleb is on now, because Mr. Caleb is 21 now, so he's all technical. So we use a lot of video based stuff now that he's older, so a lot of the things we use a lot of the visual stuff. Like, he has I have the what do you call that thing? What's that Amazon thing? Oh Lord, the Echo thing. The one with the screen on it, whatever. So we use that a lot of times. And so I communicate with him with that, and also have like a camera in his room, and I'll talk to him through that. And then, he can talk to me back. And so we use a lot of the visual aids as well. And another part of using the video based learning is, um, showing showing them actual people doing things that you're trying to teach them really does help. Even when it comes down to the pottying, we can tell them, here, sit on this potty or whatever. But a lot of times when they actually see the process, um, it actually helps them. And when they see the process of other kids eating other things, it actually helps them. They become more curious. They want to, try it themselves. So video based visuals are also is very good, especially these days and times, because kids are come out with a phone in their hand. So yeah. And here's another. It's efficient and cost effective because you can create one and replay it as many times as over and over and over and over again. And like I said, it is self modeling. It is a self modeling tool. Sorry about that. Here's another example of the video modeling. There is a smart watch that has the visuals on the smartwatch. You can have small self-modeling videos on it. The choice board can be on the smartwatch. Prompting can be on the smartwatch. And I will drop the link in the description after the show if you want to explore this. Um, and not only do they have the smartwatch, they also have a special cell phone as well, or a tablet that has all of the scene cues. You can download your schedules, your chore boards, your to-do list for your child.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Kayla. I have an 8-year-old son named Shane. as small as a shower routine. You can also, gear them to your child's interests really easily. So if they're into...
Uh-oh. Y'all couldn't hear the video? Oh no. Okay, let me go back. Let me know if you can hear this. Hold on. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, hold on.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Kayla. I have an 8-year-old son named Shane with autism. I wanted to make this channel so that I could share everything I know about autism, my experiences, my resources, hopefully to help out some of the other families out there affected by it. In today's video, I'm going to talk a bit about visual schedules, how important they are for me and Shane, how well they work, when we use them, how we use them, even where you can get some. What is a visual schedule? Well, depending on your child's needs and what you're trying to achieve with it, it can look like many different things. But at its core, all a visual schedule is a visual schedule that allows your child to know what is going to be expected of them at any given moment when a certain activity ends, and allows for them to transition between activities a lot more easy. Now, like I said, a visual schedule can look anyway, depending on your child's needs. I have a couple here. It can be as simple as a little chart that says first and then. Say you're trying to get your kid to do a simple activity, but transition is really difficult for them. This one says now and then, sorry. So now we're doing this, then we're doing that. You can simply draw something here. You can stick something, whatever works. It can be as simple as this. This is technically a visual schedule. I have this piece of paper once that I created for me and Shane, and I don't have the little bits and parts of it, but what I would do is on summer vacation and stuff, when we had a lot of activities to do during the day and he was home, I wanted him to know. So I would put a picture of a little kid reading here that I got off Google, then I'd put iPad time, then I'd put lunch, then I'd put bath or the pool, whatever it was. And I actually would just lay this on my desk and we could move them around. And then when he was done each activity, he could turn them over. This worked really well for him. This was another visual schedule. Here's one that I actually created, and I'll leave the link below. But this is actually a shower visual schedule for an older or an adult autistic person, and it shows them literally with numbers, step by step, what is going to be expected and what they should be doing when they're showering on their own. And and it's really simple. It's laminated so that they can, you can post it in the shower. This is also a visual schedule. There are many, many different forms. Some of them you can actually have Velcro pieces on the back so you can change them for the day, rearrange things as much as you need. Some of them are somewhat of a long rectangle. Some of them are like a square sort of format, a horizontal format. It really depends on your child and their needs. But a visual schedule is simply just a schedule that lets your kid know what is going to be expected of them. The benefits of visual schedule are endless, but for us, they were really, really beneficial when Shane was like 3, 4, 5 and not talking as much. He really struggled with transitioning, and when activities ended, he just didn't understand. He couldn't talk as much, couldn't ask questions. He didn't, he just didn't get it all the time. But when I would create a visual schedule for him for whatever activity or whatever day we were having, he would be able to understand that. It was laid out very easily for him. It allowed him to accept the end of a preferred activity like swimming and transitioning into a less preferred activities like having to shower much more easily. It reduced temper tantrums. It organized their day. It was just amazing. Visual schedules are really, really great for organizing your day and making sure that your child, whether they talk or not, understands what's happening and what's expected of them. Visual schedules has also really allowed me to install some independence in my son, Shane. We have a morning routine visual schedule, and Shane literally just goes through it and checks them off as he goes. And it allows him to be able to follow the routine and understand what's expected of him and do it on his own. So we're finally at a point where I'm actually working out in the morning, where Shane is going through his schedule, checking off, brushing teeth, eating, cleaning up his toys, whatever it is. He goes through, he checks them off, and he's really proud of himself when they're done. The other thing that's really amazing about visual schedules is that they're very easily customizable. So you can make one special for whatever event that you might be going to, or whatever summer vacation you might be experiencing that year, or even just as small as a shower routine. You can also, gear them to your child's interests really easily. So if they're into Mario, you can get some Google images and post them on the visual schedule. I mean, they're very easily made for whatever situation and whatever it is that your child needs. So what should you use a visual schedule for? Literally anything. It can be for brushing your teeth, taking a bath, going to the park, baking a cake, Whatever it is that you feel your child is struggling with and could use a little bit more support.
Okay, so I hope that I'm sorry that the video wasn't you couldn't hear it the first time. I'm sorry, so sorry, guys. So basically, she broke down, some of the visual aids that she uses, and also the benefits of that we have went over. So it was good to hear another mom talk about her experiences of using the visual aids at home. So the first thing you need to figure out is what is your biggest area of need. So you need to make a list of the things that they're having difficulty with and make a list of the motivators. A YouTube time is Kayla's motivator. Okay. So those were some of the things I would use. Snacks you can use for as a motivator. If they like a certain toy, if they like going outside, a certain show that they like to watch, because you want to make sure that even though you have the chores or the tasks or things that you want them to do, you also need to have something that's going to motivate them and give them a reward for finishing their task. So here's an example. So here's a problem. Problems are bedtime, not giving up the potty, not giving up the tablet, potty training, verbalizing their wants and needs. And so here's the preferred tablet, blankie, favorite video, music, outside play, and tickles. So these are the problems, and here are some of the rewards. So how do you create a visual board? Now, some people go out and buy a board that's already made or whatever, but I like to do it on my own. So you can Google the images that you need. Also, there is a teachers pay teachers site that you can have find the visuals that you need. There is a site that's called Lesson Pick. They have all the pictures, especially the ones that have show like the potty and the brushing of the teeth and things like that. And Ise, a wide variety of things on there. So you can create a book, as you've seen in the photos before. I actually have a giant board on his wall, and they have I use magnets and Velcro to adhere the pictures and things that I want him to do on there. You can make a notebook, as you can see here, something durable that will last, some time. And then some people will laminate their schedules. Like in the video, when the young lady said that she used the bathroom, the shower one, she laminated so that it won't get wet and all that messed up. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. You have to make a plan and you got to stick to it. Because once, you fall off and then, it's kind of sticky to get them back on their schedule, okay? Establish your expectations and allow your child to respond. Follow your child's lead and adjust as needed. Add new opportunities as you and your child are ready. But consistency is key, guys. You have to be consistent. Monitor the progress and effectiveness. Has the desired behavior increased? Has the undesirable behavior decreased? All the visuals still motivating enough? Has my child's interests or needs changed? So if you still have play with teddy bear and they're 18, that may not work because their interests and their and their needs have changed. So make sure that you're adjusting as they grow. And I have a list of some free resources here, and I will definitely leave them in the description as well, and I'll put it in the comments later today. So Teachers Pay Teachers, they have a lot of free things on there. Speaking of Speech is a good website as well. In Our Daily Shoes, it's an awesome site. They have printable visual schedules, so you can just print them out. And Connectability is a very good one. This one is they have the digital visual supports. So guys, thank you for tuning in. So all those that will check out the replay, thank you so much, and hope that if you have someone that needs some parenting tips and tips on how to get your child more acclimated to the world, and sometimes we have some issues with behavior and learning new things and trying to teach them new things, trying to get them on a routine or a schedule. I hope that you send this presentation to someone that needs it. And it's just not for kids with autism as well, because a lot of Mrs. She said she uses schedules for her daughter as well. So even if you're homeschooling, this is also a good thing to implement as well, keeping them on track and keeping them on schedule as well as yourself. If you have any information that you need some someone to talk to you about the diagnosis or any type of encouragement or resources, please reach out to me at support@ACCPSAFE, that is ACCPsafe.com, and I will definitely get with you. And you can also visit my website, and if the resource that you are looking for is not there, I will definitely will do my research, make some phone calls to get you exactly what you need. So let's stop sharing. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming in and listening to the presentation. Again, if you have any questions, if you have any type of questions about autism, any related disorder, you need any resources or just someone to talk to you if you're dealing with someone with autism, because a lot of time our parents, we don't have anybody to really talk to and express, what we're going through on a daily basis. So just know that I am here for you. If you visit the website, there is a 24-hour hotline, and I will answer no matter what time of the day. I know sometimes we can get frustrated and we just need somebody to talk us off the ledge, okay? But I am here to encourage you and uplift you and provide you with information that you may need. And if you have some questions about something, and if I don't know it off the bat, trust me, believe I have a lot of professionals in my pocket, professionals in high places in my pocket, so that we can get the information that you need. So do not hesitate to reach out to me. So that was the presentation for today. I hope you enjoyed. And again, please, if you know someone that needs some assistance on how to get their children on track, on a routine, on a schedule, how to get them, to manage their behaviors, or how to communicate, visual supports at home really, 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 really do work. They're not just for school. Please incorporate the same things that they're doing in school that's helping your child at home. It really does help. Consistency is key. Having said that, you guys have a wonderful afternoon. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys on next week.
So to Red Lipstick Vibes, the OG in the motherfucking house.
I'm just wanna see a man that cut the truck and bought the bang bang ready bang 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 bang. Let's face the facts, you can't compete with me. You've been watching, plotting and copying, but still can't beat me. Envious of my flow, my savage style. You can't duplicate divine energy. I'm dripping the red lips, red tits, red bottoms, real slick, real hair, real nails, real hips, brown sugar skin dripping in chocolate, pretty petty red RLD, dropping gems so wisdom and femininity. Rain, 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 rain. You hate that fact that all men respects me. My style, my grace, my pretty face, my gift shot so bright, all in your face. Unbreakable, unstoppable, untouchable, covered in blood and empire. of wisdom and femininity. Red lipstick vibes is where you wanna be. Petty red is who you wanna be. Petty red is who you wanna be. Unbreakable, unstoppable, untouchables, empire standing behind me, a conscious tribe by my side. Prepaid red RLV, red lipstick vibe is where you wanna be. Get it through your head, there can only be one me. Traditional mindset, moving gracefully. You hate that fact that all men respects me. My style, my grace, my gift shine so bright, all in your face. I'm dripping in red, red lips, red tips, red bottoms, real slick, real hair, real nails, real hips, brown sugar skin, dripping in chocolate. Unbreakable, unstoppable, untouchable, pretty petty red RLV, dropping gems of wisdom and divine femininity. Red lipstick vibes is where you wanna be. Petty red is who you wanna be. Unbreakable, unstoppable.